So now let's talk about Detox because apparently she's mad, and I know y'all have seen Drag Race by now. It's funny because like literally after I got out of Deadpool and Wolverine, I got a message from Felix, and he was like, "Did you watch the Drag Race episode yet?" I was like, "No," and literally I was hanging out in. It was a long story. I was hanging out in the area, and I was like, I need to kill time because I had to go to work later. So I was just like, let me just hang out in the little park area, or whatever, by Lincoln Square because that's where I usually go to see movies. And then I'm like, I need to find some way to wear it with shade because I had on my black Deadpool and Wolverine shirt, which I wanted to wear today, but I had to wash it, so I'll probably wear it tomorrow. So I wear my I was so the sun was on my back, and I'm like, oh no, this heat is just so. I need to find some shades that I could watch that. And then I'm sitting, I was like, around as soon as he mentioned it, I was like, let me just watch it. So I watched it on my phone. After watching it, I feel like I ain't missed anything. First of all, the Kamala Harris vote thing, I know it was filmed last year, but it just felt so tacked on and just it just felt disingenuous. And I'm not saying it's necessarily Kamala's fault. I think it was just the way production, whatever they had her read that corny shit off the teleprompter, and then it just felt very contrived and fake. Not just from her, but just even down to Lance Bass and everybody else up in there in that whole situation. Even um Leslie Jones. Like everything about that just felt so fake and control. I'm like, come on, this Disney-fied bullshit. It's just like Drag Race is starting to turn me off in the way the production interference is kind of irritating me. And look, shout out to Angeria. I'm glad she won. It was all about the charity and stuff. If we talking about charity stuff, Angeria did the thing in regards to the whole charity. She seemed like the most charitable out of all the other girls. But one of the things I'm going to say about with Detox, I'm with her on this. It felt like y'all set typical production crap. Y'all are out here baiting, like, what is it? Rage baiting the fans of this show. Where it's like y'all set these people up to win. And then when it comes down to it, you're going to go the opposite direction. Because they felt like prior the seasons, it felt predictable and like who was going to be the winners of other seasons or whatever. So we're going to talk about most charitable. I do agree, like Angeria was the one who deserved to win and stuff. But the way y'all was playing around in our faces and set up, and first of all, that 2-part finale was unnecessary. The 1 hour thing where y'all made over the crew and then sitting up in there being all sappy and stuff, the show was gotten so corny with that because y'all worried about the fandom being pissed off. And look, one of the people that was just as mad was Detox, and I knew she would be because if y'all watch Roscoe's viewing party when she was on there last week, because they had to call her because Thorgy Thor something happened, and then Thorgy wound up showing up halfway through the episode. I think it was something that happened with her flight. But when Detox came on, she was like, "Look, if my girl Roxy don't win, then we gonna riot." And quiet as it's kept, some people say that the way that Roxy be on the show, like in regards to her performance, she don't be performing like that in her own bars in Florida. Well, I don't know because I don't go there, but if somebody from the people who out there in Florida say she don't be performing like that, well, obviously y'all need to realize it's a TV show. So RuPaul's Drag Race legend Detox has seemingly ruled out any future appearances on the franchise following the outcome of All Stars 9. And here come the spoilers. But I already told y'all there was injury. So if y'all ain't know, my bad. Now, fan favorite queen Detox, who first appeared on season 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race in 2013 before reappearing for All Stars 2 the following year, both times alongside Roxy Andrews, has been hinting at a third All Stars run for a while. However, the queen herself has said she's no longer interested following the result of All Stars 9. While Roxy, who is Detox's closest friend, was widely considered for the frontrunner and favorite for the crown, it was season 14's Angeria Paris Van Michaels who snatched the place in the third Drag Race Hall of Fame. And it was 3 of them. So for those who, it was Roxy, Angeria, and Vanjie. That was your top 3. Which I was shocked because I wasn't expecting Vanjie. And if we're gonna talk about that lip sync, first of all, the lip sync was a hot ass mess. Why the hell did they pick Rhythm Nation? It was like of all the songs in the world, y'all pick Rhythm Nation. I'm like, this don't even go with the whole final lip sync theme, whatever. Like that's a song about social injustice. Why would they be up there doing that? And to me, if we're talking about the choreography, if you're gonna talk about lip syncs and performance, Vanjie A out of all of them. Why does this kept? My favorite performance of the night during their final performance, whatever the case was, when they were showing all the queens doing their little dances, performance, whatever. I live for Plastique with the glow in the dark knives or whatever. And I was here for, well, Vanjie was good too with her little rap song. She was giving me little Kim T's. And now I was like, you know what? If she get her some co-writers or whatever, Vanjie would definitely could be like the drag queen equivalent of Cardi B, where it's just like her her personality, her vernacular, the way she carries herself and stuff, you could parlay that into a rap career. And she could definitely have some performance. Like she could dance her ass off. She gives hairography, down boots. And if she team up with the right group of writers or whatever, she definitely could be out here coming out with some bops. So I could definitely see that for Vanjie. I hope she sees that and decides to capitalize because I definitely liked her performance. And then also, I lived for Georges in regards of her performance, especially when he did that thing and then slid her across the stage ever so effortlessly, and she was doing the hair with the like. That was just a gaggle for me. Georges is definitely that girl when it comes to the personality and being good for TV. But I agree. I expected Roxy was going to be the winner. And I like Injuria. And I have people who know her and told me things about her and said like Injuria is, lovely and everything. And I like that she is. But I don't like the fact that y'all be setting these queens up because y'all want to sit up in here and self-produce, but y'all want to tick off the fans. But then when it come down to the winners, of course, y'all be on social media ready to be disrespectful and nasty towards Injuria when she doesn't deserve it. So this is what Detox said. Nope. And saying the itch is gone, playing in my girl Roxy's face. In reply to a fan, Detox was also quick to indicate how pleased she was for Injuria's win, writing, "Don't get me wrong, so happy for her. I adore her. I can also be disappointed and heartbroken for my babe." And I agree with that. It's like, don't get mad that that Detox is giving her feelings for Roxy. She's biased in a way because she's close with Roxy. Just like a friend of mine is close with Injuria and can, feel the way that he feels. That, she was well deserved and I like Roxy, but she really wasn't giving it in regards of like that last lip sync performance. Because if you're saying this is the final chance to impress me, then what's the point of the what is the point of the lip sync when you've already had it in your mind who you want to win? So to me, it just sounds pointless. There's a lot of shit that goes on Quiet as It's Kept on Drag Race that's just pointless, in my opinion. In another post, she added also a reminder that runways mean garbage because Plastique urinated and defecated all over that stage. Which is true because it was like some people said, oh, Plastique should have won. I'm like, for what? Because Plastique was the one that really came with the fashion. She's the one who's the one I feel like makes the most money out of all them girls on that show because, she's very popular on social media. And Plastique definitely brought the fashions in regards to the runway. But if that was the win, then what's the point of the show? Like that, and then the show basically be a drag equivalent Project Runway, which partially it is. So Detox has previously spoken about her desire to return to the workroom after a few years ago from the franchise. And this was what, she revealed on Roscoe's viewing party. She was like, for the few times she's already been on there this season, she was like, that I want to be I'm kind of getting the edge, but now after this and she's seeing what they doing over at Drag Race and what it's giving, like y'all production is playing in our face. Then she's like, I have no interest. She said, having Sasha Colby on and so many other friends on, I miss that camaraderie in the workroom. I miss the fun of it. It's new and exciting. For years, I was like, no, fuck them. And now I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So, it is what it is. If y'all want other shows to watch, we got Global All Stars about to come out in a couple of weeks. Canada versus the World just released their second episode, which I have not gotten around to watching yet. I've only seen that first episode. I did watch Drag Race France, the finale last night. First of all, that was 90. That episode was just 90 minutes long for no damn reason. I was so bored with France. I'm glad that they have the person that won, but overall, the whole episode just bored me. I was bored with Drag Race France. So I'll say all this to say, I definitely feel you, what you're going on. Don't send Injuria hate because it's unnecessary. It's not her fault. She's not the one, they show up, they do the show, they do the competition. It is what it is. And in a way, I'm glad that they're going back to eliminations in All Stars 10, like I said, because of situations. We'll talk about that in the next episode, the breakdown of who's allegedly on All Stars 10. But for now, I would like to know what you guys think of this story. Do you feel where Detox is coming from in regards to, all the other stuff that's going on? And before I forget, because I want to put this picture up for a second, let's give Miss Angeria her flowers. Kudos to her for winning All Stars 9. And I'm curious to, for All Stars 10 and beyond and all the other stuff. But yeah, y'all got to stop with this whole overproducing of this damn show. Y'all getting on my nerves with that. So anyway, excuse me. Let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.